so pretty? To get started making these earrings, you're going to need 2 pieces of 24 gauge wire, and I cut this 3.5 inches. I have 6 head pins, and these are 24 gauge. I've got 2 earring wires. I've got 4 gold beads to go on each side of the Keshi pearls, and I have these little bars with connectors on each side, 2 jump rings, and at the bottom I have these little Czech glass rondelles that are kind of translucent with purple and gold in them. And then this is a little gray pearl to match the color of my Keshi pearl. And then for tools, I have round nose pliers, flush cutters, chain nose pliers, and bent chain nose pliers. The first thing I'm going to do is wire wrap all of the little beads that I have down here. So I'm going to put them all on head pins and then start wire wrapping. So I've never made these earrings before. I hope they turn out okay. I'm making them to go with Keshi pearl necklace. Oops. And I'm going to show that to you in just a second. And I hope they go really well. I hope it's a good match. So this is the necklace that I just made. And the luster on these pearls are just incredible. So anyway, I think that the earrings are going to go well with this, but we'll see. So I've got those pins through each of my little beads. Now I'm going to wire wrap each bead. So I've got 2 of the Czech glass for each ear and 1 of the little purple pearls to go with it to add the cluster. So I'm just bending the wire back first and then kind of like an assembly line. And then I'll come in and wire wrap them. Bringing in my round nose pliers, coming up, over, down, rotating and bringing the wire to the back. And I'm going to do the same on all of these. The same way, up, over, down, rotate, bring the wire to the back. And once you get the hang of this wire wrapping, it's pretty easy. It's the same technique. And this is a good way to practice your wire wrapping technique, because there's going to be so much going on in the earring. People will be looking at the big Keshi pearl at the top, not so much at the tiny little pearls that are wire wrapped. So if you make a little mistake here and there, I think it's going to be okay. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my chain nose pliers. I'm going to use my bent chain nose pliers and wire wrap around. Do the same for all of them the same way. Hold on to the Okay, now I'm going to come in and cut all my excess wire. I'm also going to pinch down the burr on this. Okay, so those are all done. So I think what I'm going to do now is actually take the jump rings, open them up, and add my beads that I just wire wrapped. So I'm going to go with the pearl and then the 2 beads on the side. Or actually, you know, I think I'm going to go with the pearl in the middle. So I'll put the glass pearl in first, then the pearl in the middle, and then the glass pearl on the side. And then I'm going to hang it on my bar and close it up. Okay, let's do the other side. Opening up our jump ring and starting with the glass, then the pearl, and then the glass, and then we're gonna hang it. And then close up our jump ring, giving it a squeeze on the top. Okay, so that looks pretty good so far. I think so far so good. So what I have to do first is look at this loop to see if I can open it. And it looks like it's a closed loop. So what I'm going to do when I start to wire wrap, and I'll show you, is I'm going to take my piece of wire, bring the wire to the back, come in with my round nose pliers, come up, over, down, rotate, bring the wire to the back, and open the door. Now what I have to do is actually slip this on, and now I have to wire wrap these 2 together. So I'm going to pinch this down, come in with my bent chain nose pliers, and wire wrap probably 3 times. And then I'm going to cut off the excess. Pinch the burr down. Okay, let me do the other side. Same way. Come down about 1.5 inches. Bring the wire to the back. Use your round nose pliers to come up, over, down, rotate, bring the wire to the back, open the door, and slide on your bar. Now we're going to pinch it together, pinch the loop down, and wire wrap around. Three times, and then cut it off. Cut the excess off. Okay, now we're going to pinch the burr down. Now we're going to start assembling our little Keshi pearls here. So we've got 1 bead first, and then our Keshi pearl. So I put 1 through, And I'm realizing that they're top drilled, so to hang it like with just one pearl on the side, I think it's gonna look kind of strange. So I'm gonna add another one to kind of balance it out. And then we'll see what that looks like. I think it's gonna look a lot better. Yeah, I think that's gonna be better. So we're gonna add 2 pearls to each earring and then put our bead on the top. So let's do the other side. We're gonna put a bead on and put our pearl, our first pearl on. Let's see if I can get this one in. Okay, and we're gonna make sure that there's no space in between. And then put the pearl on top. Okay, now we can wire wrap. So we're gonna make sure that everything's pushed down and that there's very little space in between the 2 pearls, the beads, and that our wire is straight. Bring it to the back. Come up, over, down, rotate. Bring it to the back. I'm going to open the door and I'm actually going to slip on my earring wire. And then I'm going to hold the loop down and wire wrap around. I'm going to go 3 times and then cut it off. Pinching my burr down. Okay, that's one down. And let's do this one. We're gonna make sure that our bead is down, our pearls are down, there's very little space in between everything, and that our wire is straight. Then we're gonna come in, bring it to the back, up, over, down, rotate our pliers, bring the wire to the back, open the door, and I'm going to put on my earring wire. And then pinch down the loop, coming in with my bent chain nose pliers and wire wrapping around. Three times, and then I can cut off the excess. Okay, I'm going to pinch this down and we are almost done. And there we have our beautiful Keshi pearl dangles. So pretty. Thanks for joining me. See you again next time.